Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. So today I have this swatch here. This is probably one of, or if not my favorite crochet stitch. It's also the very first stitch that I learned how to do. My grandma taught me how to crochet when I was 13, which has been many, many moons ago. So I want to show you guys how to do the granny striped stitch. I probably create a folder on my YouTube channel. I kind of want to start a series on the granny stitch because there's so many different ways to do the granny stitch. But I think, I feel like that the very first stitch or way to do the granny stitch is to learn how to do it in stripes, which is just done back and forth. So I would say this is a relatively, relatively beginner-friendly project. It's made up of double crochet, so if you guys can double crochet and single crochet, you can do this stitch. So as you can see, I've already done this swatch. You start with a row of single crochets, just kind of as a foundation, and then you go from there. So go ahead and grab your crochet hook and some yarn, and let's get started. Okay guys, sorry about that. I had a little bit of a coughing fit while I was trying to record here. So as you can see in the background, what I did forget to mention is you will need to make your foundation chain in a multiple of 3 plus 2. So all that means is you'll just keep chaining in sets of 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, as long as you want your project to be whatever it is you're making, and then just add 2 stitches on top of that. And like I said before, you'll just need to know how to do the single crochet and double crochet. The only thing you're going to do a single crochet if you're working in stripes is just your very first foundation. Other than that, it's made up entirely of double crochet. So as you can see here from the edge, and I'll get a little more in detail when I go along and show you guys how to do this. At the beginning and the end of the rows, you're alternating, starting with 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet. And by doing that, it's just helping create a little bit of a straighter edge for your piece. So I'm on a spot here. Let's see, I'm on row 1, 2, 3. This is row 4. So I'm going to chain up my 2, and then in between these clusters, and that's what I'll refer to throughout this project. 3 double crochets is called cluster when you're doing granny stitch. So I'm working in between in these gaps, so it's really easy. You don't have to sit there and try and dig your hook into the stitch. So you're just going to work right into that space. So I'm going to start. I've chained my 3, 2 or 3, whichever you prefer. Sometimes I'll do 3, sometimes I'll do 2, but it's whichever you like. So this first space here, I'm going to do 3 double crochets. That is my first cluster of this row. Then I'm going to just jump right over here, yarn over, and do a double crochet into the next space. So this is a really fast project once you get comfortable doing the double crochet clusters. I have made many a blanket using scraps. I think it turns out lovely when you're using just a whole bunch of little pieces, odds and ends. I've done a scrap blanket where the only rule I set for myself was I couldn't do more than 1 row of the same color. Now that's not to say I didn't have little tiny bits of pieces. I would run out, I'd join another color. I'd have multiple colors in the same row, but I didn't let myself do more than 1 color in the same row, if that makes sense. And it turned out just really cool and kind of bohemian or boho, I guess. And so like I said, at the beginning and the end, you're going to alternate on whether you start with 1 double crochet or 2. So I'm coming up here on the end, so I'll show you guys what I mean. So on this row, if you started with chain 2 or 3, which counts as your double crochet, you're going to end with 1. In the same way that if you would start a row with 2 double crochet, you would end with 2 double crochet. So for this, I like to try to just find the top of my chain 3 from my previous row here. And sometimes you got to just pick up 1 strand and call it good, but if you can get under multiple strands, that's probably better. Let's see if we can. fix that here because I just feel like it's going to get all stretched out. There we go. That's a little better, I guess. Okay. And now I'm going to chain my 3 and turn. Like I said, you don't have to chain 3. You can chain 2. It's whatever you like to do. And by offsetting the 2 and the 1, you get a little bit of a straighter edge. So that was starting and ending with 1. Now we need to do 2. So this chain 3 again, that counts. So you're just going to jump right in here and do 1 double crochet. And that looks like 2 double crochets there with your chain 1. And then you just keep going. So we're going to put a cluster in each space in between the clusters on the previous row. So I'll go ahead and finish this row out with you guys. Like I said, this looks really cool when you use all kinds of different colors and just scraps, or if you have like I'm trying to think color pooling, but that's not the right word. If you have like a variegated skein of yarn that changes color slowly, so you have long strips of one color, that makes it look really nice too. With like the Mandala brand yarn, their cakes, the colors kind of change gradually. So I think this would be a really pretty stitch to use with that particular yarn. Okay, and that's it, guys. I think you guys have this down. It's real simple. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I'm here for you guys with crochet videos every Tuesday, and we will see you guys next week. Talk to you later, guys.